All right, so what is going on in Seattle? Well, the spring has certainly seen a little bit of a bump in buyers in the market, which means the market is moving a little bit faster than it was a few months ago. Yay! And thankfully, we've seen the interest rates this past few days bump down now below 7% again. Now, that said, until the feds make a definitive decision to lower interest rates, we're probably going to see these rates be a little bit volatile. So don't be surprised if the rates bump up over 7 at some point down the road this summer. Now let's talk about an interesting thing I've noticed the past few weeks. I have been working outside Seattle lately. I have a few clients looking in the hinterlands like Kent, Burien, Des Moines. And it's fascinating to me that the demand rate, or shall I say, the amount of buyers in the market compared to the amount of inventory in the market in places like Kent and Burien is incredibly strong. I mean, when there is less inventory in these places and a lot more buyers flocking to the places like Kent and Burien, so we're seeing demand rates, which means days on market and activity below 1. That means multiple offer markets. For example, I've been working with these clients in Kent and we have been in 3 different multiple offer situations in the past few weeks. And then last week, I was showing them a house in Renton, and while I was showing the house, it had just come on the market. They took an offer that they said they could not resist. This is some Seattle level stuff going on in the suburbs right now. So know that Kent, Renton, and Burien are pretty hot. Now let's talk about Seattle. I was working with the buyer, well, I should say Donna and I were working with the buyer looking in the Northeast Seattle area, and we were convinced the house they found was going to be a multiple offer situation. But thankfully to the Aurora Borealis, the beautiful May weather, and Mother's Day, we were the only winning offer. So what does this mean? This really means that the market across the board, whether you're in Seattle or Kent or Burien, Des Moines, is drastically different from neighborhood to neighborhood and from city to city. Overall, we're still in a pretty strong sellers-ish market. I mean, the market in Seattle isn't super high multiple offer, but it's still strong, and single family homes are selling fairly quickly and pretty close to at or over full price. And now let's talk about condos. I know last time I mentioned that the condo market was about 3-month market, which means there's way more inventory there on buyers, and that, folks, has not changed. Once again, we have this condo we're selling in Capitol Hill. I've been doing a lot of stats to see what's going on, and we have about a 3.5 months of inventory of 1-bedroom condos in Capitol. I mean, we haven't seen this much inventory in condos almost since the recession, and it's tough because I think condos really haven't recovered since the pandemic. But what that means for buyers, especially first-time buyers, is that there is so much opportunity to be had. You can have your pick of whatever condo you want. You can negotiate. It's a great time if you want to get into the market and you can't afford a single family home or a townhome to go out and get yourself a condo. I also want to talk a minute about the luxury market. Now, this is a market that's always been pretty strong in Seattle, but right now we have almost double the amount of luxury inventory as we have buyers out there looking for these price points. And I'm talking about price points in the 1.5, 1.8, over 2 million. In my backyard of Columbia City, there is definitely luxury properties, unique homes that are hanging out on the market, and there's a lot of opportunity there for buyers. Now, homes under $1 million are a little bit of a different story. These homes are selling about 8 to 10% over asking, and they're definitely flying off the market, usually within the first few days or a week. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel, and keep an eye out for my how to win a multiple offer video coming up next, and how to avoid a multiple offer, because that's a fun one too. This is Kim Colapreti with Team Diva at Coldwell Banker Bain saying ciao for now.